Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel where we sip and spill the tea on all my favorite things. I have lost my voice, so I'm a little behind in this video, getting this out to you guys. So hopefully y'all can hear me without much struggle. I probably will have some subtitles or little captions, maybe, depending on how it sounds. But today we are going to be reviewing this beautiful tea infuser glass water bottle. The lovely gentleman over at Eastmount store off Amazon was nice enough to send this over and get my thoughts on it. I've seen a lot of these types of water bottles. Some get really good reviews and some do not. So I am interested to get my hands on this. Let's go ahead and unwrap it. I'll just give you guys a look at the box. The packaging looks super duper nice. And let's get it open. You guys, if I would have opened this on camera, my face was probably like that of a young child waking up on Christmas morning. Their beautiful tumbler comes in 2 colors, and I guess I thought they sent me the black one, and they sent over the blue. You guys, if you know anything about me, everything I can get my hands on in my house is this color. So I am just smiling so big. It was such a treat. I've had a completely rough week, so this is awesome. So, and it was beautifully packed, lots of foam inside the box, as you can see, so no worries there. Let's go over the specs of this. All right, you guys, here is the listing on Amazon. As you can see, it does come in the black and that gorgeous blue. And the specs on this is it is a 14-ounce double wall, BPA free. The actual mug itself is glass, but the blue parts are plastic. But inside, your drink only touches stainless steel. So I know it's going to be a big question for you guys. And there is a couple ways I've seen how this is brewed. The biggest way is, of course, putting those leaves in the top, flipping it over, and then you can flip it back or use the button. I don't know. We're going to get in there and try this out and see exactly how this works, because I have seen these and these look so awesome. Also, here is a quick look at how the entire thing is assembled. There is the 304 stainless steel inner core lid. It does come with, it is dismountable, easy washing, and it is borosilicate glass, which means it's tempered to withstand temperature changes. So this thing is gorgeous. Let's get to it. I'm gonna wash it and then we'll be right back. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and I'll take it apart and show you guys all the components, and then we're gonna see how it works. So here is the lid. It's got the 304 stainless steel in there. There is this ring that is attached up here on the top. And then in here you have a removable filter. Now, I will tell you, by looking at this filter, it's not going to be able to filter rooibos, but I do believe it is meant for larger leaf varieties and whole leaf tea, okay? And your little gaskets do come off for cleaning, so you just snap those back on. And then you can snap it back into your unit there, just like that. Then you have the dispensing part. Here's the button. As you can see, when you push it, this little device comes up to allow the steeped liquid, the tea, to come through. That's what that looks like. And then this is the bottom vessel. So I'm going to go ahead and pick out what kind of tea we're going to have, and let's try this out. I am just super excited. All right, so the first thing I think that we're going to do, let me get this in focus here. While my water is heating up, I thought we would, I know some people always test the liquid measurement, so I thought we would do that. So we'll do it to about there. You don't want it overflowing. Got a measuring cup here. Let's see what the bottom holds. So it says 14 ounces, and I'm thinking they're including the top and the bottom. So just for reference, according to my measuring cup, the bottom comes in at about 8 ounces. So I don't know Let's measure the top. Actually, that's going to go straight through. No, it won't. Let's measure the top part just so we can know. Because this might be important to one of y'all. Please don't run out the bottom. Is it? No. All right. We'll say that's good for the top. And the measurement. Okay, that is accurate. So the top holds 6 ounces and the bottom holds 8. So altogether, you get 14 ounces there. In my opinion, I believe this is definitely set up closer to almost a portable Gongfu style where you do short steeps at a time. I do see vessels like this, and I see a lot of people commenting saying it's too small, etc. But I think that they're missing the point that Eastern style brewing is meant to not necessarily drink a large amount of tea. It's to taste and enjoy the tea. So I want to prelude this video by saying that if you're looking for something Western style, this may or may not be for you. I definitely think you could make it work with Western style. I think you would need to brew the top chamber probably twice, and it would work just fine. I think this is a great thing to, if you travel or you work in a business office and you need something you can brew at your desk. I think this is going to work for you, but I really feel like now that I've had my hands on it, I really feel like this is going to be great for Gongfu. Put your tea in, brew it, sip it, do concurrent infusions. But today I'm going to be trying cherry marzipan oolong from ADAGIO. I've had this tea for quite a while and have not brought myself to try it. I dug out a whole bunch of teas that I said, that's it, I'm going to try it. And it does have some finer pieces in there. So we're going to put this to the test. I do believe it's going to do rolled oolongs just fine. It's going to do larger leaf varieties just fine. So we are going to try it with some of these bits and bobs in there and see how that goes. All right. Just going to put one of my Harney tea scoops in here. And again, we've got large amounts of pieces, small amount. So we'll be able to really test, again, test the infuser. But again, I can tell you right now, it's not going to pass the rooibos test, but that's okay. I really think that this is meant for whole leaf teas. While we're waiting, I also want to say, I'm going to give you guys a closer look here. I also want to say that the gentleman that I was corresponding with from their company is so great. I've worked with a lot of companies. This year, I've partnered with a lot of companies, and I have a lot of exciting things coming up to review for you guys. But this company is so fast to respond. He was so great, and I really feel like if you have a question, the customer service is going to be really good. That's so important to me. You guys know that. I want to talk about the quality and the build. You guys know I talk about getting teaware in your hands. There is a lady, a professor on YouTube named Dr. Lori, and she deals in antiques and tells you how to judge the quality of a product. And she says that too. You get your hands on something and you just know. And this is one of those. This is not thin glass. This is not something that, obviously you don't want to throw it down. It's glass. It will break. But what I'm saying is it's not that thin, fragile glass. You know, this isn't something like that. I mean, this is thick. This has some weight. It's not overly heavy, but it has some weight to it. I have no fear of this breaking at all. I mean, I'm really impressed by how thick the glass is. It just feels really, really nice. Also, this did not come with an instruction manual, but I will tell you guys, this, I think it's funny on the side. It just says no stepping on it. I will tell you guys this. In these type of vessels, I've been doing a lot of research with them, and do not put straight up boiling water in one of these and put the lid on there. Don't do that. I've seen a lot of reviews saying that because the pressure builds up, it sometimes causes the glass to shatter. They don't say this anywhere, but I'm telling you guys that it's like science. Just don't do that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't put straight up 212 degree boiling water in here. I am heating my kettle to 195 degrees. Okay, we have our water ready to go. Again, this is 195 degree water. I felt like that's hot enough to steep this, but not too hot to make the glass explode. Also for me, I feel like I'm going to leave the top off while brewing. I don't really feel like, I mean, you can put it on there. I just don't feel the need why I would have to if I'm sitting here brewing, because by the time this steeps and I filter it down, I believe it's going to be the right temperature to drink. Now, that's going to be up to you. That's just what I'm doing. Let's bring you guys in for a closer look at what's happening. Look at that. I turned the flash off. I love when tea does what I like to call the tea dance, where it starts like popping up and down. And again, you can put the lid on. I'm just not going to. I'm sitting right here and I'm probably going to infuse this twice anyway. So, but I do like that on the lid, it does not come in contact with plastic. So that is obviously a huge concern nowadays. Look how beautiful this view is. I used to work in an office and this would be so relaxing and lovely to look at. Again, this is a cherry marzipan oolong. So we have oolong, cinnamon, apple pieces. We've got rose hips, natural wild cherry flavor, natural almond flavor, whole cherries, and some rose petals. Look at that. So pretty. So pretty. But again, oh, you guys, this tea is so fragrant. It really smells like cherry marzipan. Now again, you can put your lid on here if you want to. Let's say you want to make your tea and head out the door. You can absolutely do this. Steep it up, you know, in the car. Be careful, you know. Obviously, don't be making tea and driving. Use common sense there, but you guys know what I mean. And I feel like it's so pretty, even without the flash. Just looking at all the tea in there. Wonder if my other light will. That way you guys can get a good look at it. So pretty. Okay, so now what it says we need to do is when you've steeped up your tea, we press this button. And when you let go, it stops. Because we've got that plunger mechanism. Oh, look at it. And with this being double walled, it's not, the bottom is not hot to the touch. I will tell you this much. The top piece is not double walled. That is hot. So be careful. If you are going to hold this unit, hold it by the bottom. This is nice and cool. And this is cool. This is hot. Okay. We'll make sure we get every little bit out from the oolong. Look at that. You guys, this is so cool. Look at it. I've got a little trivet. We'll put that on. And there we go. Look at that tea. And it's still so hot. So hot. So fragrant. I wish you guys could smell this tea. And I want you guys to see the thickness of this. I am not kidding. You guys know I recently have posted 2 bad reviews. Not bad. 2 honest, in my opinion, reviews of products that were junk. And I'm not afraid to say that. But I am also that person that I get really excited when I find a good product. And you guys, this is money. I love it. And it is thick. I can hold this and it's not hot at all. Not even in the least little bit. Some double walls, you can feel the warmth. I really don't. This is so nice. It's like so nice. I highly recommend this. So I think what I'm going to do think I'm going to enjoy this tea. And I think I will try to get you guys some more footage as I use it and show you all the different teas that you can steep. As I'm sitting here and I'm about to steep up my second go, I got to thinking that the tea is still so nice and warm. And when you put the top back on, it keeps that bottom portion nice and hot as well. So doing a couple different steeps is not a problem. You know, the vessel is designed very well to keep everything nice and hot. I really am loving this. And I think I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to clean as well. All right, and this time I will do it without the flash on. I reread the description. It says it helps if you do it at a 45-degree angle, and yes, it is dispensing much faster this time. Look at that. That's awesome. As you can see, it's got everything out of the top. Now, because this tea had some finer pieces, there's just barely a few, just barely at the bottom. But I have to tell you that I am more than impressed with this. I'm just so blown away, you guys. It is beautiful. So easy to use. And it does say you can take the top part off and put the lid on the bottom and take it with you to go as well. So we definitely have some fine pieces in there, and it did an awesome job at filtering those out. Awesome, awesome job. All right, so let's say you're at work and you want to change out your tea. What I would do is just dump your leaves out the best that you can. Give it a quick rinse, and then that's it. You can disassemble. You can disassemble that and give it a quick rinse in the wash. So there's all the pieces. It literally only took a minute. I'm going to wash mine with soap and water again and put it back together. To reassemble, the easiest way to remember is you want that plunger at the top. So then you can just put your filter and your unit back together. So this was not hard to clean, disassemble, and reassemble at all. Look at that. All right, I figured I would go ahead and put it through the test. I have some finer green tea. I don't know if y'all can see that. It is pretty fine. All right. Just in case someone's going to want to brew green tea, this part's going to be for you. And this is the WILLSENSE gooseneck kettle that I'm using. I just reviewed that. So if you are interested in this kettle, you can go back and look at my last video. This sencha is definitely doing the tea dance. Can y'all see that? I love this brewing vessel. I really, really do. And if you're not good at using a gaiwan, I think that this is an excellent tool for you to introduce yourself to Gongfu brewing. Again, I made a Western style tea in it, so that's not an issue. But I do think that this makes an amazing Gongfu device. Look at that. And you can see the sencha really starting to open up. I think that this vessel, the functionality and the execution, perfect. But the visual is beautiful. I don't know. I get really geeky and sappy when I talk about tea, I guess, but I think about the tea plant and how many people had to play a role in this tea to make it to me, and always try to be very respectful of that. I don't care how corny that sounds. Tea goes through a lot of work to be able to get to us. So if you're spending the time and the money to purchase high quality tea, then, you know, you have to do it justice and treat it with the respect it deserves. Okay, so green tea does not need very long at all. We're gonna go. Ooh, look at it go. Very surprising that that's the only little bit that made it through. Is that is freaking awesome. If I were brewing this in my Gaiwan, I would typically use this guy right here. I would use this fine strainer, and to get out every little bit, or a Kyuzu side handle teapot. But there are times where I do brew my green tea in a Gaiwan, and more leaf than that gets at the bottom. It doesn't bother me, but I am highly impressed that that is all that came through of that fine green tea. I mean, really. It did an awesome job of filtering out that green tea. Like, I'm blown away. I really thought there would be more leaf than that. That really is not much at all. Not much at all. Look at that. I am impressed. All right, and lastly, we're going to do just a traditional oolong tea. I picked this one up. It was in one of my haul videos from our local Asian market. And this is a slightly rolled oolong. Not super tightly rolled, but somewhat rolled in there. Just so you guys can see. So again, this is not large leaf. I really want to test it out with the smaller leaf. All right. I'm really loving this kettle. Really loving it as well. I told you guys in the last video I was going to be putting this through a rigorous test, and I was not lying. And I think that, look at it, there's just something magical about watching oolongs unravel. Oh, this one had a stick in there. It's supermarket oolong tea, so, you know, you kind of expect that, but this brand of tea is actually really good. Really good. I really like that you can just watch the teas bloom before your eyes. You guys, I really do love this, and I've now washed it 3 times, and it only takes less than a minute. I mean, really and truly, I do think that this would be awesome if you take it to work, or if you're on the road all the time, you travel, or even me. You know, I'm a stay-at-home mom with the kids now, and this is so easy to use if I'm sitting here doing bookkeeping, scheduling, things like that. This vessel is literally blowing me away. And you still have the ability to stop the steep. You have that just like you would in a gawon. You have that control, and it's put in a modern brewing style vessel. I love it. I love it. If you guys are on the fence, that's the noise this is making on my desk, just for clarification. But I would say get this, you guys. Get it. Sorry for the noise. Look, they're really starting to bloom now. Okay, let's go ahead and decant, okay? Turn the flash back on so you guys can see that. So it does pour slow if you go up and down. You got to kind of do that 45 degree. Really makes a huge difference. Ooh, look at that buttery oolong. I can taste it. This is so awesome. And look at what's left behind. Look. And we can do multiple steeps of this. Multiple. And just keep it going. What I've been doing is almost, since I am here at home, is treating it like a teapot and decanting it into my Korean teacup, just kind of using it like a teapot and then doing it again. But like I said, you can take the top off, put it on and go. I'm even thinking about taking this to a restaurant, because when we go out to eat, I want to drink my tea. And of course, none of the restaurants have the quality of tea I like. So this would be great for that. I could just pre-pack my tea, get some hot water at the restaurant. You guys, I could steep up my own tea now. Like, come on. How cool is that? Especially in the pandemic right now, you know, not going to excessive places that you don't need to go. This is it. I love this. I want to thank Eastmount Store off Amazon for sending this over. You guys, this gets the VAL approval. Run, don't walk to buy one of these. If you guys have any questions, leave those below. I'd be happy to answer them for you. But this is not only beautiful, it's functional, and it works. Get one. All right, guys, remember, like and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video. I'm going to go drink me some tea. You guys can also still get your nose in there and smell the tea just like you would in a normal Gongfu tea session, and really still enjoy the tea tasting even on the go.